What's up, guys? Just getting those COVID curls in. Yeah. What's up, guys? Cody here with Cars and Cody, featuring some Grimmspeed goodies today. As you guys can see, this is a stock Forester XT top mount.
Ew.
My hand fits right here. So we're ripping this the hell out because it's kind of a piece of shit and it's not efficient in the slightest. It's a crappy little core with crappy plastic. None of this looks like TIG welded beautiful aluminum made in America. No siree. So we're gonna take this on out. We're gonna remove that. Goodbye. And we're gonna install this one. Done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. So as you guys can tell, this is the Grimmspeed Top Mount. It's about 2 hands width. This is made out of crappy plastic, crimped on an aluminum core and all that crap. This is a big boy. Big solid core with TIG welded end caps on it. Made in Americas, so you know it's good stuff. They take a lot of pride in their pieces, as you guys have known, but their top mounts are just an incredible piece. So when you guys are looking to upgrade your intercooler, keep this in mind. The thicker it is, the more air, the more surface area, the better cooling. Look at this. This, you can pick up with one hand, no problem. This, it's a big one. Just getting those COVID curls in. Yeah. So overall, the size-wise, this is much, much larger, more efficient, and just overall a better unit. So let's get to installing. So starting from the bare bones, if you guys were to buy the core and the Y pipe separate, this is what it's gonna look like. Core, Y pipe. We're gonna take our Y pipe, make sure the gaskets are on there, available on Grimmspeed. Flip it on over, take our supplied hardware, put them on in. Using a 13 mil socket, we're gonna tighten these on up gently. Take a ratchet. I always like to do our final torque of hand tight. Torqued. Yep. Okay, cool. We're ready for install. Now also pays to put the L coupler, L, on the Y pipe itself. Tighten this end, and then this end, just put the clamp on. Like I said, we also have their top mount shrouds to go on as well. So we can also install this now at the same time. So we're basically gonna remove the old one and put this in place of it. On my car, I already switched out all the screws to the I-wire shroud bolts. They're basically just self-tappers. Just self-tappers. Go ahead and remove all the screws that are left in the top mount shroud in case you've already removed some or you just lost some. And go ahead and pull this off. Okay, bye. Just a little quick comparison, okay? Slight difference. This one can basically fit in there. Ain't that cute? So yeah, get rid of that. And say hello to a Grimmspeed Top Mount Intercooler Shroud. It also comes with the weather stripping that you just simply stick on. It's just like their intake, which if you don't have a Grimmspeed intake, pause this video, watch my install video, and then buy one. So you basically just wrap this around, just like the intake box, wrap that around, and we're ready for install. So, pop it on up, and just start putting your screws on it. Now before we go further, just a quick disclaimer, you also need to be running a STI style bypass valve. If you've already done an STI intercooler, then you're already set. However, this factory Forester XT from 04 to 05 will not work. I believe the 06 to 08, they changed to the same STI style. So just make sure it goes this way, towards the center of the engine versus away. As well as I only run the driver's side intercooler bracket. I don't run a passenger one. I've ran this for a very long time like this, even on the STI top mount, with not a single issue. So if you guys want to bash in the comments, I don't really care. But yeah, this is how I run it, with just it supported off the turbo as well as the driver's side bracket. Now we're gonna install the Grimmspeed top mount. Making sure you have your hose clamp on the bottom turbo inlet. The hose clamps I typically take off, and I simply take the silicone coupler and install that, and then I'll loop the hose clamps later on. So just fish it on in. Once the top mount's in, now we can tighten up the hose clamp on the turbo inlet, and then we can slip our hose clamps on the throttle body to intercooler. Sounds good. Then we can install our hose clamps on the coupler that goes from the intercooler to the throttle body, and then throw a bolt in here, attach the BPV valve, and we're almost done. Then make sure to take a new gasket and put it between the BPB and the intercooler. Make sure to snug it up with a ratchet. And you're done. Once you tighten up your BPV valve and your intercooler and your 2 hose clamps and your 1 hose clamp and that bolt right there that holds everything, you're done. So now that we got the Grimmspeed intercooler, the Grimmspeed intercooler shroud on there, let's see what the female says.
Wow.
Thanks, female. So that's it for installing the Grimmspeed Top Mount Intercooler Kit. If you guys want a more in-depth on how to remove, you can click here and it'll bring you to my my STI timeout video. That basically shows the removal process. Otherwise, it's basically straightforward. So big thank you to Grimmspeed for the top mount. Well, big thank you to Art from Grimmspeed for the top mount intercooler as well as the top mount shroud. Like you guys can see, it's a very straightforward install, very straightforward swap, as well as it's a massive upgrade over the factory intercooler and the shroud. So if you're in the market for a top mount intercooler, definitely check out the Grimmspeed unit. It's well worth the money. It's a massive improvement over the factory one, as well as it just looks cool. And you can get it in a factory silver or the factory heat treated like mine is. And also, if you're in the market for a front mount, keep an eye out for those because they are going to be coming out soon. Like I said, Art's going to be running one on his front mount, so we'll see a video from him on installing it on a Forester, which is kind of cool. I might run a front mount in the future. But for now, I'm going to stick with a top mount, and now we are one step closer to being ready for the dynos. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I can answer as many questions as possible. And if not, then thank you for enjoying the video, and we'll see you in the next one.